Welcome back to Network Africa on Channels Television. A quick reminder of this breaking story. Unfortunately, over 30 people have died after a bomb blast hit a busy meat market in Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State. For now, no one has claimed responsibility, but it does bear the hallmarks of a Boko Haram attack. To other news now, we're looking at what's still happening in the world's newest country. Another call is being made to South Sudan, and this time around it's coming from African leaders. The governments of Kenya and South Africa are calling on South Sudan leaders to bring an end to the conflict that has been raging in their country for nearly 18 months now.
To our friends, we are saying we are looking towards you to be the instruments of peace and stability in the Republic of South Sudan. War has never benefited anybody. Peace is what your people fought for their freedom for. They did not fight to shed blood. They fought it to have peace and to have prosperity. And it is your responsibility as leaders to provide it. And as you move forward, you can count on Kenya, our region, and our continent's support. Don't let us down.
President of Kenya, the Uhuru Kenyatta. Now to Egypt. An Egyptian court has postponed issuing a final ruling over a death sentence recommendation for former Islamist President Mohammed Morsi and other top Muslim Brotherhood leaders in a case related to a 2011 mass jailbreak. The judge said the case was postponed to June the 16th. Last month sought the death penalty for Morsi after he and his fellow defendants, including top Brotherhood leader Mohammed Badir, were convicted for killing and kidnapping policemen, attacking police facilities, and breaking out of jail during the uprising against then-President Hosni Mubarak. The ruling was referred at the time to Egypt's top religious authority, that's the Grand Mufti, for a non-binding opinion. The court also postponed to June the 16th, issuing a final ruling in a separate case for the Brotherhood leader and 15 others for conspiring with foreign militant groups Hamas and Hezbollah against Egypt. Joining us via Skype from Cairo is the Voice of America's Heather Murdoch. Heather, thank you for staying with us.
Thank you.
Now, how are Egyptians reacting to this development?
Egyptians feel very strongly about this case. On one hand, a lot of people are still really angry with Mohammed Morsi. They view him as a person that took a democracy that they fought so hard to win in 2011 and turned it into something that he said he wouldn't do. They say he turned the country into a religious dictatorship, and that's why they rose up against him the following year, and he was overthrown. And also the charges that he conspired with a foreign military group. People take that very seriously. If that is in fact the case, that would be treason, and Egyptians, of course, like all countries, want to punish treason as harshly as possible within their laws. On the other hand, a lot of Egyptians feel exactly the opposite and feel like he was Egypt's first democratically elected president. And even if they didn't like his leadership style, they feel like this trial is robbing them of their vote that they also fought hard for.
Is there the slightest chance that the former President Morsi could ever be a free man? Because in truth, the international community is against this move.
Well, I mean, for starters, in Egypt, it's usually said that anything is always possible in this country. But for starters, he could, and I'm sure his lawyers will, go through a very lengthy appeals process. So there'll be a lot of chances that he has to potentially clear his name. Although I think, considering that right now they're discussing whether or not he deserves a death penalty, I think it's very unlikely that he will be acquitted of charges and released in that fashion. There has been some talk, quietly among analysts, that if or when in future the mood in Egypt changes to be less angry and less afraid of the Muslim Brotherhood from the authorities, less fear from the authorities, that it is possible that some of these people, including Mohammed Morsi, among the thousands that have been caught up in this Muslim Brotherhood crackdown, might be quietly released when the country is more calm.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time and your input. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Voice of America's Heather Murdoch, live from Cairo. We take another break now on the program. When we come back, some bank executives right here in Nigeria have been arrested. We'll have details for you in a moment. Please stay with us.